Hi everyone, today I'm covering a user requested review, the Gameplayer X50 Max. The X50 Max is a budget handheld, it averages out at around $30, but I was able to get a Black Friday deal slightly below this and offers, on paper anyway, support all the way up to PlayStation 1 games alongside a 5.1 inch 16:9 TFT screen. I'm expecting quite a few compromises along the way for the price tag, so let's dive in and have a look-see at exactly what the X50 Max offers. Straight out of the box, the X50 Max features a very plasticky, rough shell. The plastic moulds between the sides and the centre also differ in design, which is a bit bizarre, and you can see on the outlines all around the plastic shell. But as you might expect, everything is ultimately plasticky and just a bit rough around the edges. On top, we've got a USB port for additional controller, which actually worked quite well during my testing. I'm not sure if it was just sheer fluke, but it picked up a wired Microsoft controller and actually pre-mapped it to the second player, though the mappings were off between A and B, X and Y. We've got the power, micro USB for charging, a mic, headphone jack, micro SD card, and mini HDMI out across the top as well. The controls feature the huge bubble-like controls for both buttons and D-pad, which alongside the sandpaper analogues make pulling off any form of combos very difficult. The only good side for the bubble, the huge bubble controls in fact, are that they do translate to little hands very well. And I've actually been surprised at how durable this handheld's been with the kids, especially during the festive period, where it's got a lot of hands on it. The thing's been dropped, turned off improperly, passed around with sticky hands and all sorts, and still continues along with it without any issues. The 5.1 inch TFT screen isn't detailed at all and is pretty washed out generally, especially favouring the blue colour scale, so everything will appear slightly washed out with a blue sheen across the screen. The stock firmware is the same base that we've seen across many a budget handheld, but it does include quality of life bits like save states, screen scaling and the ability to remap the buttons, which is great if the default mappings make absolutely no sense. ROM selection is done via a list with one for internal and one for micro SD storage. So I'll cut to some gameplay now and summarise back up at the end. So the X50 Max has a lot of flaws and is passable for if you're looking for a budget handheld to give to the kids, but not having to worry too much about it in terms of what actually how it ends up. Its plasticky shell, huge buttons and washed out screen puts me off before I played the first game, but I've spent more on worse toys to be fair. But that's it for now. Thanks so much for watching.